Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to recap a pretty frustrating trade that I took today, showing you live how I lost $400 on Apple. Now, this trade would have been profitable if I didn't experience the lag today on ThinkorSwim, which is TD Ameritrade's trading platform. I went to get filled on Apple. I did not get filled, so I canceled my order. A few minutes after I canceled my order, TD Ameritrade alerted me that I was in the position, which was after Apple had already fallen, and I was instantly down on that position. Now, this is extremely frustrating. The lag that I've been experiencing on this trading platform in the morning with the trading volume pretty high, relatively high, is not something that I want to deal with, and it's very difficult to scalp option contracts when you have to deal with something like this. I have everything recorded live, so if I ever go ahead and show TD Ameritrade this, maybe they will do something about it, but I really don't think I am going to do that. If anyone out there is watching this from TD Ameritrade, feel free to contact me. You will see this live. It's really not pretty, and it really needs to be fixed. I am thinking about switching from TD Ameritrade. I know Matt Diamond, another options trader here on YouTube, uses IB, Interactive Brokers, and it seems like he has no problems. So that may have influenced me. Today's problems may have influenced me to make the switch. But you guys will see this all live in today's video. So before we get into it, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and press that bell notification so you know every single time that I post on the channel. So I quickly want to give TD Ameritrade some credit here. This has only been happening recently after all of the GME stuff, after all of the volume that's been coming into the market. This is not typically how TD Ameritrade responds and reacts, but when I'm taking these trades and I'm continuously day trading every single day, going through a period like this is really not something that I want to do, and it is sometimes something that will force a trader or some other investor out there to switch brokers. So I'm going to share it with you today. Maybe if you're using TD Ameritrade, if you're experiencing this as well, you will see what happened to me. If you're not out there, if you're thinking about trading with TD Ameritrade, make sure you are prepared for days like this because it does happen and it is quite annoying. But let's go ahead, dive into the computer and go over this live trade. All right, guys, so as normal, here's the setup on TD. We have the active trader. We have Tesla top left, Roku top right, Apple bottom left, and IPOE bottom right. So we're going to focus in on the bottom left here as well as on IPOE. You'll see me take my order on Apple, not get filled. You'll see me switch my attention to IPOE, and then you will see the order come in on Apple without me even having one out there. So let's go ahead and run this, and I'll show you through how this all happens. So take a look here on the bottom left on Apple. So I have the, I don't have it loaded yet, so let me fast forward a little bit. So right here, I have the Apple 135 calls loaded on the active trader. I'm ready to press buy the ask when I'm ready to get in, and I have 10 contracts loaded. So what I'm looking for is some continuation here on Apple, and I'll fast forward this and you'll see when I get in. So watching the bottom left, you guys will see that Apple pulls back, it starts to come back higher, and I'm looking to get in right about here on Apple for a continuation over this 134.40 area. So right here, right there, I put my order in. So you see me press buy ask. I have 10 contracts, limit order to get filled. I do not get filled to them instantly. Now, I tried to do market order on this account, and it's not working out for me up here with buy market. So I'm still with these limit orders. So I'm not getting filled on this limit order right here. You can see Apple continues to ride higher, continues to ride higher. And at this point, I would have been in nice profit if I would have got filled. So I put this order in when the contracts are trading at $2.76. So if I would have got filled at that point, right around here, I would already be up about 15 cents a contract, but I did not get filled. So it's about $150. At that point, maybe I would have started to take profits here, but I'm still not filled. Apple's continuously rising. I'm adjusting my charts. You can see that my order still is not filled. It's just sitting there. And right here, right there, you'll see me cancel my order. So I press the X button on that limit order, and I think at this point that my order is canceled. I didn't get filled. Let me look elsewhere. I'm not concerned about it. I didn't get filled in the trade. Let me see what's going on here on IPOE. So we can see shortly that IPOE is moving higher. I switched my active trader up here to IPOE, and I'm looking to get in here on IPOE. So right there on the right side, you can see that my order comes in. Now also, quickly looking up here on the top left, you will see cancel order. So it's letting me know that my order was canceled on Apple. But here's the crucial point. Look at Apple and look at IPOE. I have IPOE up on the top left and I'm buying the ask price here. But somehow the Apple contracts come back. This order comes back on Apple without me pressing any contracts to buy. So let me rewind that. You will see, watch the Apple chart, bottom left chart, right here. Apple contracts come back in. Cancel order comes in, but then the Apple contracts for me to buy here on the limit comes back in, and right away, pretty quickly, you will see on the top left of my screen that right there, bought 10 Apple contracts, 135 calls. So right here, without any order even on the screen, I was filled on these Apple contracts right there on the way down here on Apple. So that is extremely frustrating. I have no idea how this occurred. I had no order filled or no order even in my active trader on Apple to press buy ask or buy limit price. But somehow right there, I was filled on Apple. Now my hypothesis here is that my orders previously were never canceled, even though I thought they were. And this was all TD Ameritrade lag. And then that order was still outstanding. And right there, I got filled as the stock price started to fall. So I was filled on Apple there without me really even knowing or noticing this because I was focused on IPOE at this time. And I had no idea why I got filled in this Apple contract. So we'll fast forward this. You'll see that IPOE, now this happened again. So right there, I cancel my order on IPOE because I'm not getting filled. I realize that I'm in Apple and I don't want to get stuck in these two trades. So I'm sort of getting pulled to each side. I'm getting pulled to IPOE. I'm getting pulled to Apple now because I just saw that somehow my order got filled. So my order got filled in Apple. I cancel my outstanding order on IPOE. And then quickly after I cancel my order, you guys will see that out of nowhere, popping up on the top left, filled IPOE, 10 contracts in IPOE, filled the $30 calls. There was no order here. I canceled my order on the screen, but it was still there. Now this one worked out in my favor. The lag ended up working out in my favor because I took a really nice profit on IPOE. Right now I'm up about 8.6%, and I think I took about a $400 winner here on IPOE. I ended up closing it, but what you'll quickly see is that I'll switch over to my Apple chart after seeing that IPOE is continuously running up. And when I switch to Apple, I'm down 10% on Apple, $280, and I end up taking this loss for $400. Now, it worked out here in IPOE. It worked out. It did not work out on Apple. But I don't even care if I made money at IPOE at this point because this lag is very difficult to trade with. Not knowing if you're in orders, not knowing if that order is outstanding, not knowing if it was canceled, if it's still out there, is not something that you want to deal with. And that is what I dealt with today on Apple, on IPOE. And I'm sure a lot of other people out there dealt with this on TD Ameritrade as well. So you can see how this can get pretty confusing. Not knowing what you're in, not knowing when the orders are going to fill, and then randomly popping up on the top left saying that I got filled on a contract. So I don't have it all on live where I ended up getting out, but you can see I have trouble getting out on this contract as well. So right here, when I see Apple start to break these pre-market support levels, I put in an order to sell. I don't get filled in that order. It's still sitting out there, not getting filled. I cancel it. I go ahead and place it once again. Don't get filled, cancel it again, and then I start to get these strange error messages here on TD Ameritrade, and then right there, the cancel comes in, so now it's confirming that I canceled my order, and then I don't have it on live, but Apple starts to bounce a little bit. I take about a $400 loser. I'll pop up the P&L in the next scene, but you guys can see problems on the upside, problems getting out, problems buying. Overall, a complete mess of a day here on TD Ameritrade. Really not pleased with how this performed today. I'm going to give it another shot tomorrow with really small size to see if this sort of corrects itself. If it does not, I'm already in the process of setting up my Interactive Brokers account. We'll see how that goes. I'm still going to use TD Ameritrade's charts because I really like these charts. Instead of having Active Trader here on the left side, I'll have my Interactive Broker entry screen, my options chain there as well. So, this is something you deal with. It's real life trading, and you saw it right here in this live video on TD Ameritrade. Very unfortunate, But I wanted to share this with you guys. Hopefully you'll learn from it. If you're thinking about getting into TD or using TD, this may be a reason why you do not. Now, I don't want to bash their name, but I know a lot of brokers have been having problems, and this is definitely a problem that I occurred today. So there you have it, guys. An absolute mess of a day using TD Ameritrade. I'll pop up my P&L. I'll show you the loss that I ended up taking on Apple. After I took this loss, I got out of everything. I shut down TD Ameritrade. I stayed around with the Discord chat to help them out, to recommend trades, to talk to them about what they're trading, but I did not touch the buy button or the sell button again that day, and I did not want to deal with what was going on. I had a great day in the long-term portfolio. On Friday, I added some shares on that dip, on that tech dip, on Tesla, on Apple, which paid off really nicely today, and I also bought some call options on Tesla as well. I can share those positions with you guys in an upcoming video. If you're in the Discord chat, you're already aware of those positions. So congratulations on anyone that got in that Tesla trade. It's looking very good right now. Overall, guys, not a terrible day. $400 loss, something that I can definitely make up. But if this continues, if this lag continues, we may need to move this account for 2021 into a different broker. If you enjoyed today's video and enjoyed watching that live trade, make sure to smash that like button before you head out. Subscribe to the channel for some future videos, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.